wonderful world where I've just learned that I am a god. It is now up to me, of all people, to decide what to do with these people's lives who write me letters at 12 in the morning all willy-nilly and ish. I don't think this is healthy, nor do I think this is okay, but we're going to go into it and see what we can make of everything. And have a good time doing it too. Now, it's my decision to choose the next line of letter writing. I granted your wish, so I'm going to start with this one. Sometimes we might see multiple messages from Tumor. It had been 10 years. I had been cursed since the incident. Every time I picked up my paintbrush, my mind would start tormenting me, wreaking havoc. For 10 years, I hadn't been able to paint anything. I was suffering, and I deserved it. By now, I had spent all of my savings, yet I was still alive. A friend was kind enough to set me up with a teaching job at a high school, teaching the art class. I would start tomorrow. It wasn't a particularly well paid, but for someone who had been living without power, water, or heat in his apartment, it was like a burning pit of charcoal in the middle of a blizzard. I was really grateful to my friend. Ironically, I had just bought myself some charcoal earlier today. I thought I might be able to leave something worthwhile to the world as a painter before I died. Yes, I wanted to make one of those final masterpieces. I set up my easel. 1 hour passed. 2 hours. 3 hours. I had to put down the brush. Even if I managed to paint something, how would it be different from all the other garbage in this room? It would just be another piece of soulless trash, just like me. All trash. Trash! Basura! I poured the coal into a basin and put it on the bedroom floor. I put on my best clothes. I carefully made my bed. And I lit the coals. I tried the doorknob and realized the door was not locked. I chuckled. That was careless of me. I double-checked all of the doors and windows, making sure they had been locked and sealed. I couldn't take any chances. I lay down on my bed. All I could see was her face. Here I come, honey. Sorry for making you wait so long. God, I am ready. Please take me away. When Sauron. Whew, this is a heavy letter. Pretty heavy shit. Well, let's go to the next letter. Roses and a doll. The apartment building I had just moved into was quite old. It didn't have an elevator, so I had to climb the stairs every day. As usual, it was already past midnight when I got back from tennis practice. Why do you stay up to midnight doing tennis? I know people have to be mad at you hitting balls against everything. I noticed something at my door as soon as I walked into the fourth floor hallway. Was that a bouquet of roses? And the Sir Spotty toy I'd seen in the arcade a few days ago? I had a sudden sinking feeling of anxiety. I had been getting strange emails starting the day before yesterday. This was the first one. I've been watching you for a long time. Right back to me. At first I thought maybe someone had sent it to the wrong address by accident. Or it could have been some kind of random phishing email, so I didn't pay any attention to it. But the next day, I received another one. Please write back to me. I still have no idea what those weird symbols mean. And whoever had written these emails seemed to think that we knew each other. My cell phone suddenly buzzed in my pocket. I had a new email. I clicked on the email app with a shaking finger. We shall finally meet soon. I couldn't understand those symbols at all, but the words in the middle. All of a sudden, I felt a chill down my neck, as if I was being watched by someone or something. But my body had frozen, and I didn't dare turn around. I looked into the reflection in the glass window in front of me, trying to see if there was anything behind me. There wasn't. I was just being paranoid. Still, I decided to go and spend the night at Jing's place just in case. I walked towards the staircase, but then I heard it. Footsteps coming upstairs, closer and closer. Who could it be at this late hour? Could it be? Yeah, let's go back. Oops. Oh, crap. I was getting into that too. Oh, Lord, I'm gonna have to skip all this. Okay. Okay. I won't. Power, could it be the one who had written those emails? I immediately turned around and ran back towards my apartment. But I lived alone. What if they broke in? He would force me into the corner, pull a chainsaw out from behind me, and cut me to pieces. Oh God. No! I stopped at the room of my neighbor, room 414. I choose you. Help me. No matter how hard I knocked, nothing happened. I tried not to cry so much that it would be heard, but tears were already streaming down my face. Calm down, we win. Footsteps stopped at the 4th floor and were now moving towards me. There was only one more corner between us. It was too late for me to hide in my own apartment now. I held my tennis racket up. I swung it down as hard as I could, with my eyes closed when the person arrived at the corner. The person I had wobbled and fell down the stairs. It was Uncle Sun. He seemed to just be going around the building and picking up the trash. Uncle Sun was laying on the ground, and he was not moving at all. Oh my God, what have I done? God, please help me. Please, please. Lee Wen. Dictated but not read. Oh Lord, okay. Here, this headphone mode. I'm actually talking with my headphones, but the sound is going through my TV, but there we go. God, I am ready. Please take me away. What was that noise? I struggled to sit up in my bed. My head felt like it was going to explode. Damn it. Just a little longer, and God would have taken me. Whoever had made that noise, be it a burglar or a utility guy, I would never forgive them. Excuse me. Sorry for the intrusion. I sneaked into my neighbor's apartment. It was completely dark inside and smelled funny. It was so hard to breathe in this apartment. I wonder who would live in such a place. I shut the door right behind me. I accidentally knocked over some jars that were shelved next to the door, and they made some very loud noises. Still, nobody responded. I suppose there really wasn't anyone home. I looked out from the peephole while I held my breath. A thin, old humpbacked man walked by the door with empty plastic bottles in his hands. It was just Uncle Son, the manager. Phew. Alright! Next letter.
Grishma.
Somebody had ruined my plan. Oh, excuse me. Farewell. Somebody had ruined my plan. Damn it. I sat up and realized I could barely stand. The entire room was spinning. I felt so nauseated that I almost threw up. Just a little longer, and I could have seen her again. The room was completely dark since I hadn't been able to pay my utility bill for a while. I lifted my foot and tried to take a step, but I tripped over my easel. The brushes and paints fell all over the place. I crouched down and slowly started to pick them up again. It took me a while as I was so exhausted. I put out the fire and opened a window. I stumbled upon my flashlight and pressed the button. Woo! I heard a deafening explosion. Was that a gas explosion? I know that. I thought I saw a figure and somebody fall down in the fire before I passed out. When I woke up, the doctor told me that there was a 17-year-old girl who had been sent to the hospital along with me. She hadn't made it. Fortunately, however, I was still alive. I had third-degree burns all over my body. I lost my right arm and I couldn't speak. I couldn't even do something as simple as ask what the girl's name was. God, why? Why didn't you just kill me instead? Win Jarin. Huh. We have to think. So he stumbles upon his flashlight. He puts out the fire. How about you put out the fire? Let me reset this and see how it went first, actually. Let's give that a shot. The night breeze was coming in through the window. I tried to take a deep breath, but I couldn't. Perhaps I had spent too much time picking those things earlier. Had I been poisoned? I held the flashlight in my hand and walked towards the doorway. I found the girl lying on the floor, unconscious. Had she been poisoned too? I suddenly remembered a news story about people who killed their neighbors by accident while attempting suicide by burning coals. So that is what's going on. I wanted to go back and call an ambulance, but I could not breathe anymore. If I could at least open the door. Oh, I just killed somebody. Yeah. Let's retry that one. So, how about we put the fire out first? Oh, goodness. Who's there? I pressed the button on my flashlight in a hurry, and the white light almost blinded me. Ah! I saw a shadow fall to the ground. I quickly turned my light towards the sound and saw that it was a girl I had never met before. I checked to see if she was still breathing. She was. I remembered the school picnics during my junior high years. I had done the same thing to scare a girl in my class. She didn't faint, even though I had done it intentionally. Kids today are so weak. I carried the girl into my ventilated bedroom, laid her down on my bed, and pulled the sheet over her. I went back into the living room and picked up my paintbrush. I tried to remember her panicking face when she saw me. I suddenly had a new feeling. A feeling that I could paint something special this time. And yet, I just fell asleep with the brush in my hand while leaning against the wall. Right. Mm-hmm. He just kicked me out. Helpless. You suck. Because I was paying attention. Girl. I understand how serious you are. Okay. The orange text may appear. Orange text to blue text. Okay, we've made it to the intro. Will, a wonderful world. Well, hold that thought, Wade. We're gonna save this. And we're also going to quit. Love you guys. Thank you for watching again. And we will continue this another time. Same place.